Alright, note to self. Next time, turn the ringer off on your phone when streaming and making content. Like I said, guys, this is my first real voiceover video, other than the quick Gorod Krovi build the shield video, which was like 2 minutes long. It was super short. So, bear with me. Sorry if it's not perfect. I promise to try and get better all the time. Try and get this moving a little quicker too. I believe what I was saying was some people are here for every step of this video, and others are here just to see the high round strategy. They want to see the 50 plus. Most all players I've ever played with could get to the 20s. That's not a huge accomplishment if you've played the game a few times and you like it. But there are people who have never been to the 50s, that I know who have played for a long time. So it's not to say that everybody can't get there. Lots of people can, and beyond there. There are lots of zombie players that are better than me. I definitely don't claim to be the best, but I have been playing for over 10 years, so I definitely know what I'm doing. It's one of my favorite games, and the reason why I decided to make this channel in the first place is I figured I got really good advice from a very big YouTuber. We all did who listened to the big YouTuber, that there's no excuse not to have a channel. Like, there should be no excuse for it. Like, if you like to do something, no matter what it is, what your passion is in life, like, you should have a channel. Like, there's no excuse for it. It doesn't cost you anything to start, unless you're trying to buy a bunch of fancy equipment. And in my perspective, that's not the way to go. You can build that as you grow. So, very big YouTuber said there's no excuse for not doing this. It doesn't make sense not to try and to do it. So I took it to heart. I said, this guy's obviously a genius. Look at what he's accomplished. Why wouldn't you listen to him? Why would you, out of fear that you might not make it? Nobody should ever stop doing anything out of fear because they're afraid they might fail. Failure is a super important part of life. Very important. That you're not afraid to fail too. All the chances you don't take, you don't know what could have came of it. Alright, back to the dogs. Like I said, I love these rounds. This is one of the best parts of Kino. There's a lot of good things to Kino. Kino was a great map made by Call of Duty. They did such a good job. But one of the best parts of this map is these max ammo rounds. Because when you get in the high rounds, it gets tough. It gets real rough. And I will die eventually, more than likely. I've never been to 100 on Kino. I've been in the 50s, I've been in the 60s, but I've never been to 100, so more than likely this video will end with me failing. But we'll see how far we get before that happens. And I promise you, if I go down at 30-something because I made a dumb mistake, I'm still uploading this video. Like, I'm not going to try and hide what happened here. If I make a mistake, I'll post it, I'll let everybody know, and I'll try and rerun it again and do better the next time, but I'm not going to hide what happens here. This is going to be a legit run. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Let none of us know until we see. Yeah, Kino's a classic map. I've never met a person who's like, oh, let's not play Kino. It's like, oh, you want to play Kino? All right. Very genius too. Like they definitely made this map. The most open area in the map is the theater, like the stage. They were so smart in making this, like intentionally trying to give you hints of what you're supposed to do. You have to cross the dressing room to get to the theater, and then the theater is the biggest area. So it's like, hey, this is where the show happens. The show happens in the theater. You're on stage. This is where the show goes down. Genius design by Treyarch. To be specific, because we all know, like, Activision Activision has struggled with their zombie content, and I don't think that's an accident. They were not the parents of giving life to zombies. Treyarch was. Treyarch started this. It's not a mistake that they make the best content. Like, they make the best content by far. And Activision has done a good job on zombies at times, but they've also struggled the most, in my opinion. In my opinion, everybody's got their own, but I am definitely a Treyarch guy. Love Treyarch. I love what they did with zombies. Keep up the good work. They should get all the duties of zombies, in my opinion. Like, Activision should work on multiplayer, and to give them their credit where credit is due, I think that they make the best multiplayer. I think Activision owns multiplayer. I think Treyarch owns zombies. It makes sense to me why they excel in one over the other. You know, that's where their efforts were towards. Zombies just came out as a bonus map at the end of World at War. Like, if you beat the game, like, it's like, hey, here's this bonus map. What do you think of this? And the community was just like, oh my god. Like, yes, are you kidding me? Like, and then they realized, like, oh, this is no longer a bonus map. Like, this needs to become a thing. Like, there's a crowd and an audience that we couldn't even imagine for this. So I think that's cool. Oh, and there it goes. Sidetracked so much. Called it before it happened. Didn't even get to 30. I'm already down. This could be it. This definitely could be it. I'm running slow with a death machine, asking for death. Oof, he was right on me. This definitely could be it. Not anymore. Oh! Now the important part here is do not kill them all, because you can recover from that. Do not kill them all. Save one. Oh, you hear that sound? That's the sound of silence. It's a great sound to hear. I got one guy here. I am not going to mess around, and I am going to definitely try and get my soda fountain over my alchemical antithesis. It's purple. I can see it blink purple. I know it's not orange. I know I don't need to go for it. I'm going to go right to my quick revive. If I make another mistake, at least I can get back up.
I think DMC is right. It is a bit fishy.
So no particular order to getting my perks back. I am going to hit the Gobblegum again because I have so many points. That's what happens when you don't pay attention for a second. But it doesn't mean that it's the end of your game. You know, you can recover properly and keep going. Like, that could have very well been the end of the game. I could have ended the video right there, like, oh, sorry guys, 29. I told you I was going to be honest, but everything is, everything's aces now. You can recover. Doesn't have to end. Alright, so I got the 4. I can't have any more until I get my soda fountain back. So I'll go ahead and hit the Gobblegum again. Come on, orange. Nope, blue. I'm not going to take it. Now the nice thing here is when you lose your meal kick, you lose your third gun. And the good thing about this is my third gun was not my thunder gun. It was my ray gun. Oh, if I had lost my thunder gun, that would have been so terrible. Because I would have had to try and get it back from the mystery box. But since I still have that, I really didn't lose much at all. Yeah, I lost the ray gun, but it's not the granddaddy cannon. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish this guy off. I don't need Wow, look at that. He took 3 shots? That didn't happen, right? Round 30. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end that round just to get it moving a little more. I don't want to be stuck on 29 forever, boring everybody with me trying to get all my perks back. I've got Revive, I've got Speed, I've got Jug, and I've got Double Tap. Those are key components there. I really do miss my stamina, which I almost called Double Tap, but I miss it, but I'll get it back.
You cannot even beat a drunk Soviet.
All right. Yep, I'll get it back. Be patient. You'll get your stuff back. It's all about being patient. It can be very frustrating when you go down and you've got max perks. You know, you use one of those nice gobble gums to get all those perks too. Like, dang, those are so hard to come by. Like, I just burned one. But, I mean, that's what they're for, you know? That's what they're for. They're for to burn. They're for you to use. You'll get more. Even if it's slow. If you got a Perkaholic or a soda fountain, or like I said, even the unquenchable, when you don't have any Perkaholics or any soda fountains, the unquenchable is awesome, man. Because it does, you only get one at a time extra, but you get to get extra. And that's the whole deal. If you don't have one of those 3, there's also gain an extra perk one. I forget the name of it, but it's the purple bottle that you get. Where you get an extra perk for free. That one's nice too. But yeah, if you don't have one of those 4 or those 3, like the unquenchable is awesome because you can just keep hitting that gobble gum until you keep getting it and just keep buying your perks that way. Then if you don't have one of the 4, you only get 4 perks on a map. There's no other way to get perks. You might be able to do an Easter egg on a map and get another one, or Shangri-La, I believe you get all of them if you do the Easter egg. Yeah, you only get 4 on a map unless you have one of those gobble gums. So I always recommend running one of those 4. And if you can, Perkaholic's the best, followed by Soda Fountain, and then I guess Unquenchable over the Gain an Extra perk. Because with Gain an Extra perk, you don't get to pick what perk you get. You're just given a random perk. You don't get to choose. So you get that extra perk. What if it's something you didn't really, you know? What if you got Mule Kick and you still wanted stamina? You know, what if you got, I don't know, pick one. You know, what if you didn't want your Revive right away and you were going for Widow's Wine and, you know, you got Revive? So you'd be like, oh man, I want a Widow's Wine. I want a stamina. One of these more powerful perks.
Now that's what I call a goulash.
Getting done with 30 here. Trying to hurry it up a little bit. Trying to get in these higher rounds. Try not to take too much time. I'm not trying to bore anybody. If I do, I apologize. Like I said, I made this video not to seem like I'm trying to add fluff. I made the video to be extremely detailed of every single step I take on these maps. And I also thought it was a good time, being that this is my second voiceover that I've ever done. I thought it'd be a good time to let everybody know a little bit about me, my thoughts, my opinions, my personality, and let you get to know the content creator themselves, other than just the gameplay that they do. Because like I said before, you know, podcasters, I listen to a lot of them. I love them. I love so many different podcasters. And one of my favorite parts is getting to know the person individually. And a lot of the times I really click with that person. Like, I'm like, you know what? They talk like me. They like the same things I do. Like, it seems like this person is like a friend that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, they're cool. I like them. I like hanging out with this person. That's my opinion. That's just how I feel when I listen to podcasts and streamers and stuff. I feel like, man, this guy or gal is really cool. There's women I listen to too. I don't just listen to guys. Like, yeah, that was the intent of this. It wasn't to add fluff. It wasn't to make a super long video and